Hey, welcome to Reggie Red's Reactions. It's your boy Reggie Red coming through. Now I got a couple clips I gotta show y'all, man. Like I got a couple clips for y'all today. I got Charlamagne telling Laura Trump right to her face about her father-in-law and how he fucking up. And then I got another clip where is this Harris Faulkner from Fox News. She got straight embarrassed on her own show. So we gonna get right to it. We gonna jump into it. Let's go.
Well, this completely backfired on Donald Trump and the MAGA movement. Last night, Laura Trump had Charlamagne the God, who's a radio host, on her live Fox News show. And I think she was expecting this to kind of be like a nice interview, like a little bit of a puff piece, maybe, where she'd get Charlamagne the God to say something positive about Donald Trump. It was the exact opposite. Unprompted, in the middle of her conversation with him, Charlamagne the God brought up the Epstein files and Donald Trump's refusal to release the files, and he added that he thinks this is going to be the end of the Trump wing of the Republican Party because his base is just so furious with him and his refusal to do so. So I want to play this clip for you of Charlamagne the God talking to Laura Trump about the Epstein files, and then I want to show you Trump's response to what Charlamagne the God said because he was not happy. But before I do so, make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, comment some blue hearts, some American flags, whatever you want to leave in the comments, and let's dive in. So the clip surrounding Epstein was later in the interview. I want to start with the very beginning of the interview because already, right off the bat, it got off to a pretty poor start for Laura Trump when she asked, what did Charlamagne the God think about Trump's first 6 months? And he did not hold back. Put it that way. Take a look.
All right. Well, Charlamagne, I'm so honored to have you here. Thanks for coming on My View.
Laura, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
You did Breakfast Club. I had to return the favor.
Yeah, we're trying to reciprocate. I appreciate that
That's
very
right.
much. So look, we're 6 months into President Trump's second term in office. Now, I know you've been critical. You've had your bones to pick with President Trump. If you took his name out of it and looked solely at what has happened, the policies and the things that have changed around the world and in our country over the first 6 months, how do you rate his presidency so far?
I wouldn't give it a good rating.
Why not?
Simply because, the least of us are still being impacted the worst. Like when you look at something like, the big, beautiful bill, that's something that, I'm going to benefit from because of the tax bracket that I'm in. But, there's going to be so many people that's hurt by that bill. And, anything that, takes away Medicaid from people and is going to put people in a worse financial situation than, they were previously in. I'm not for. And, he ran on that. Like, he ran on, the economy. He ran on saying that, grocery prices were going to be down. And,
That has happened.
No.
Inflation is trending down. And by the way, Medicaid,
No.
we want to make sure that people who are not actual recipients or shouldn't be getting Medicaid are off of Medicaid so it can actually benefit more people. There is good stuff in that bill, though. You have the 2017 tax cuts that are made permanent, and that really is
Tax
for
cuts
everybody.
For who, though?
But that's for everyone. Everyone in this country is impacted by that. You also have things, by the way, like money going to school choice for parents all across this country. There is a lot of good that I think will come out of the big, beautiful bill. But what about things
Well,
like...
right now, people are hurting. And, he campaigned on immediate change, day one change.
And you don't think you felt any change? People aren't
No.
feeling change.
No.
Do you feel safe?
No. That's exactly right. No. There has been no immediate change. Laura Trump is lying through her teeth when she tries to say that grocery prices are down. When you go to the grocery store, when I go to the grocery store, we're not seeing any decrease in prices. Donald Trump hasn't done any of that. Trump said that he would eliminate inflation on day one. That's the word he used, eliminate. And so far, inflation has continued to be higher than expected because Trump and his tariffs, which are raising prices on Americans. I have no idea what she's talking about, but Charlamagne the God is absolutely right that this big, beautiful bill helps the wealthiest like him. He's incredibly wealthy. He's in a very high tax bracket, a tax bracket that I can't even see. I mean, my God, it's so high up. He's in a high tax bracket. He'll benefit. The Trumps will benefit. They'll all just be fine. But everybody else who relies on Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, whatever it might be, those people are getting screwed over. So no, Laura, no, there hasn't been any great change. It's so, I mean, the Fox News is obviously just a wing of the Trump presidency. They just do his bidding. But regardless, I want to show you this Epstein clip now where in the middle of the interview, again, unprompted, sorry, I just started playing. Unprompted, Charlamagne the God brought up the Epstein story and it made Laura Trump very uncomfortable. Have a look.
I think that traditional conservatives are going to take the Republican party back. I think there's a political coup going on right now in the Republican Party that people aren't paying attention to.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think that this Epstein thing is going to be a way for traditional conservatives to take their party back. I really do. I think that they know this is the issue that has gotten the base riled up. The MAGA base isn't letting this issue go, and for the first time, they know they can, probably take their party back and not piss off the MAGA base. I think they're going to do that.
Absolutely agree, because it's a crack in the foundation of the Republican Party right now. See, they want to talk about the Democrat, but the Republican Party is on some fucked up shit too. And they just won the election, but motherfuckers seeing what they doing. They don't want to go to their town halls. They don't want to talk to their constituents. They ignore their constituents. Trump damn near just disowned all of them. Said, I don't even want y'all motherfucking support no more. This is what Trump said. He say, fuck y'all. And motherfuckers steady supporting them though. Like, this is some Stockholm Syndrome type shit. Shit crazy. Get back to my boy Harry. See what he talking about.
By Charlamagne. And I laughed in the middle of the clip because Laura Trump had to throw in oh, interesting, to make it seem like she wants to talk about this. But then she swiftly moved on to another topic. There's actually nothing to show you after that clip, after he finished that sentence, because she just went on to a totally different thing. But I just found it so funny how she's sitting there like, oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, as if she's not part of the whole Trump family who is behind the hiding of the Epstein files. All of these people are basically running cover for Donald Trump. Laura Trump is never talking about the Epstein story. She talks about anything else. She covered the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle jean ad more than she covered the Epstein story, which is very little. So I just love how uncomfortable it made her on air. But as I mentioned, Donald Trump was not happy when he saw that interview, going on a whole rant at 1:49 a.m. today, technically August 3rd, 1:49 in the morning, attacking Charlamagne the God for his interview with Laura Trump last night. He said, quote, "The very wonderful and talented Laura Trump, whose show is a big rating success, put racist sleazebag Charlamagne the God. Why is he allowed to use the word God when describing himself? Can anyone imagine the uproar there would be if I used that nickname?" He also never told us where Laura Trump put Charlamagne the God. He just said put, and then never finished his sentence. That's that kind of 1 a.m. typing from Donald Trump. He's a low IQ individual who has no idea what words are coming out of his mouth and knows nothing about me or what I've done, like ending 5 wars, according to Trump, wow, including a 31-year bloodbath between Republic of the Congo and Rwanda, where 7 million people have died and there was no end in sight. He didn't know that, or India or Pakistan, or wiping out Iran's nuclear capabilities, or closing the horrendous open border, or creating the greatest economy where prices of inflation have come way down. I mean, look, I really don't have to read the rest of it, I feel like, because it's just lie after lie. I would love for Republicans to try to tell us what 5 wars Donald Trump ended, and I'd love for them to show us what data shows that inflation is going down. But nonetheless, he says, but this dope, Charlamagne, would vote for Sleepy Joe or Kamala. Remember, 1 year ago, our country was dead. Now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world, MAGA. I mean, it really just pathetic response from Donald Trump to this interview. And I find it so funny how these things get under his skin so much. When somebody goes on his favorite news network and doesn't run the party line and says the script that MAGA wants them to say, he has to dedicate a whole rant to it on Truth Social at 1:49 in the morning. I mean, what grown-ass man like him is up at 1:49 in the morning?
Bro, it's like, bro, go to bed, bro. What are you doing? You just call this man a racist sleazebag and say he don't know nothing about what you do. Bro, everybody know what you're doing. You're the fucking president. What are you talking about? And you didn't end no 5 wars, bro. People just let him just lie. Talking about lie after lie after lie. It's ridiculous. God
morning thinking about stuff like this. It is so pathetic. He is such a man-child. But listen, Charlamagne the God, I haven't agreed with him on everything in the past. He's been critical of Joe Biden. He's been critical of Kamala Harris. I totally disagreed with him when he criticized the Biden-Harris administration, but he's absolutely right here. This whole Epstein story is not going to go away for Donald Trump. It could very well lead to Donald Trump and his MAGA wing of the party over time being pushed out. This could be the beginning. I hope it is, because MAGA is just awful for the United States. This movement that Trump has created is just awful for the United States.
All right, now this next video is my boy Roland Martin pointing out that Harris Faulkner situation. Check it out.
Prices are way down for everything. Inflation is still up, despite Trump's campaign promise to bring prices down. Well, the 6 months into his second term, the relief hasn't shown up yet. This idiot, who seems utterly clueless about everyday life, he just insists prices are way down for everything.
If you think inflation, I've already taken care of. Prices are way down for everything, groceries, everything.
In fact, that was a conversation on Fox News, and the help, Harris Faulkner, who claims to be a news anchor, who's really nothing more than a MAGA-loving Trump anchor, got bodied on her own show using a Fox News poll. Watch this.
Who do you think this really does come down to, having to impress the American people right now? Is your party, Mike, you guys are not all moving in concert with one another?
No, I mean, we lost the last election, so we're having a lot of tough conversations about how we build a new Democratic Party. That'll keep happening until we elevate a new candidate. What I'll tell you, though, is I think both political parties are completely out of touch with the day-to-day lives of most Americans. There's a lot of polling out in the last couple of weeks talking about how frustrated people are with inflation and pricing and housing and things like that.
Inflation's at 2%. The GDP
inflation's at 2.9%, actually, Harris.
The GDP just popped to 3%. I mean, we haven't seen that in a very long time.
If I could point you to Fox's own polling, Trump is negative 30% on pricing and the inflation. It's as unpopular as Joe Biden ever was. So the American people are pretty frustrated with where their lives are right now. There's a Navigator poll out just this morning or yesterday that has a lot of Americans saying they're worse off than they were 6 months ago.
I love that when you get fact checked. Okay, all right, we gotta move on. I don't know why you brought that shit up. Make me look real stupid.
So fact check the shit out of her dumb ass using their own polls. Boy, these motherfuckers, they know what inflation is down. Bruh, no, it's not. Y'all listening to Trump, bruh. Y'all, boy.
Yeah, we got to move on. So I don't know why you had to sit here and embarrass me on my own network, make me look like a fool. But then again, Harris Faulkner is known for never, ever doing any kind of fact checking whatsoever. She just goes on and spouts all sorts of nonsense.
Yeah, bro, that Fox News, they something else, man. But yeah, them only clips I wanted to show y'all today. This is Reggie Red's reactions. Leave a comment, like the video, share the video, share it with your friends, share it with your family. Let's get this channel popping. I'm talking about let's get it popping. I'm out of here. Peace.